Long, second Thompson. Further discussion, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries 7-0. Further comment? It's an agenda, which you will have minutes from last meeting and also at the tax rate. And also. Motion, Mr. Thompson, second, Brookshire. Is discussion. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Carries 6-1 abstention. Mr. Burton. Approve the bills. We had one addition today put in there. Feel good, doesn't it?
Okay.
With all the Facebook and
Message and all that.
all the messaging.
Messaging and our new website, which Josh and I worked quite a bit on today, picking out all of our theme and background.
I'm sure you explained this before. So in our,
Right there with you, buddy.
right to check the Salem for $3,900, kind of tax number.
That means that we have a student that his parents live in our district, but they're in foster care. So they go down there, so we pay that. They bill it us. Well, so their parents pay taxes here, but it goes to the parent. So we send the tax effort down there. Basically, but since the child's in foster care there, their district is educating him or her, the child. And there's other, we receive money as well. So the same with all the kiddos.
Elected in Missouri.
Right.
Well, that's pretty, I don't.
So it's a way for them to keep stats, and it's a way for them to watch game film, not traveling all over. Mainly use it for basketball in high school.
And it also allows, yes, it also allows the streaming.
Exactly, yeah, so we can stream the games, you can also do this, we had that robotics meet that night, they streamed that, so we could do concerts. That's right. That's right. We talked a little bit about that. I don't know if I got the answer to that, we talked about that, I don't remember what you said. So I'm gonna be here later tonight, we'll try to find out. Oh, man, yeah. Well, somebody else asked about it, so we had that conversation, I can't recall what the result of that was. It wasn't that, it was that we just haven't gotten it up to like maybe just need another device, if we have to, surely it's just another device, I can't recall. Yeah, it's- I don't know. I know we had favorites, these good job watching it.
It's not.
It's always been.
It is used in Princeton. Lots of people use it. Lots of people use it. They do a lot of things.
Stats. We really keep stats. Except on girls' basketball with long hair on the back of their jersey, sometimes
It's probably a process.
yeah.
Any other questions on the bill? Motion to pay the bill, Mr. Thompson.
Second.
Second, Mr. Shear. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries 7-0. Administration report. Mrs. Ryan. You're here.
She offered to run the clock and.
Well, I talked with Doug about it, and I'm like, you know, the clock. So anyway, we didn't really. I said, Tony's gonna have a question on me how to do it. I'm gonna have a question to next to it. And Tracy's like, hey, you may not want to learn.
I don't know if this is a good time to learn.
Learn on the spot.
I think this is a good time.
So anyway,
Welcome.
Show up and do it.
Whether you do it right or wrong, the parents are gonna yell at
I know.
Are you gonna turn the clock on?
you. They play for 5 minutes.
Why did you guys read the clock? What? You got that story. It could have been real
It could have been a lot of fun.
All right, in the middle of a free throw.
I did offer.
You did offer.
They didn't think that was a good idea.
Doctor.
Okay, Ms. Wright, how about your report? How about that?
All right. Okay. So, elementary side of things, we are continuing to recognize our students with our WOOF wins. That's where any staff member can fill out a WOOF win when they see a student doing great things. They turn that into the office. I give them a shout out in the morning time, and then they get their name entered in a drawing for our assemblies. That we get, they get a token for our book machine, and then they get to draw for some prizes. So. They, believe it or not, they love that shout out. They love to hear their name in the morning on the intercom. So, we will continue to have quarterly assemblies to recognize and celebrate students. I celebrate student birthdays and staff birthdays every month. Walmart has some really nice cupcakes now. So. The big ones, the teachers, they're like, wow, where'd you get this? Just a little recognition there. What? Breakfast with Buddies was a hit. We had over 70 parents participate in this. This also checks a lot of our boxes for our Title I requirements. We will have spring one that kind of will do for Title I, but we're also it'll be in the evening time. So hopefully get a lot of parents for that as well. Master Donuts is a hit. Professional development, Wonders and U-Fly are taking off nicely. K1 and 2 are all redoing U-Fly and Wonders. TNTP is still here, coaching our K1 teachers, and we added a new literacy coach from our PDC, our secondary teachers, so I'm very excited about that. They are excited too, she's going to be fantastic. Map data, we will analyze this at our next upcoming PD day in October. We had some pretty good scores in 4th and 6th grade, so very exciting. We will continue with SAT. This is our student assist team this year. Lots of great things happen here. We do a lot of interventions, pull everybody, and a lot of interventions that help our kids academically and behaviorally. 2 teachers signed on for letters training, so we're still getting that going. Second year teachers will be finishing up their BTAP, and I do not have any brand new teachers in my end of the building this year. So,
That's awesome.
yep. I got something on the back. Hold on. I saved paper on your front and back, and I almost forgot. Student enrollment as of September 18th was 142 students, and attendance was 93. Wait, both. We had some sickness going on. say that by September 18th because I haven't checked. I think I did get 2 more kids since then, just FYI. That will be added on there. So that'll be. And I don't know, Doug's maybe, like, his numbers maybe ran her over too, so,
Do that.
yeah, up, down, yeah. I was gonna check today, but I did just.
That's separate, but it's separate grade, it's got kids in it, right?
It's 8th grade. Upper 8th grade, yeah, they're small.
Any questions, Ms. Wright? Appreciate the work. Thank you. We'll start slow with the challenging routine.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. And Mr. Dunn's report is in your packet. If you questions later, something like, please, or ask Mrs. Kingsley.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Mrs. Kingsley.
Financial stability, just want to mention that the audit's been ongoing yesterday and today. Nina did a lot with vendor and so forth. So she has a lot of knowledge of people's getting going on this. She's got so much happening, doing so much in such a short period of time. Doing the hours and the effort, what they put in these last 2 days has been really good. And the auditors were very to work with things really well. But busy time. Everything seemed really good. So. They were also good with us, there was an issue with the calendar. We were trying to figure out how can we count our kids that go to WCC. And so Desi has been unable to really give us a clear answer to that, depending on which department you talk to. Well, they're a little gal.
Surprise.
That's right. It's very frustrating. And so, anyway, one of the ladies, the CPA, she got involved in that. She's like, this is not right. She was on the phone with Desi. She was on there, and she this morning had an answer. We can do it this way, and here's all the documentation you put in your file. Let's do it like this so we can at least get as much counted as we can for our ADA. And it was nice to have that other person step in there and kind of be a go-between, kind of, for us. Recruit, track, develop, and retain highly qualified staff. Just want to mention that both buildings are heavily focused this year on curriculum development, standards alignment, team meetings, AMP days. That's a big chunk of what's happening. Of course, this is right related to mentioned the BTAP. Our first and second year teachers are attending those meetings. Teacher observations have begun with a district-wide focus of performance assessment and feedback. So everybody's doing that, and then the elementary is also focusing on critical thinking, problem solving, as being an area that they want to increase. And the junior high and high school is focused on high achievement and high engagement and value influence, teacher-student relationships. So we're doing some team observations together, and of course they're also running observations. Develop enhanced quality education instructional programs. As you also mentioned, data analysis is our goal for the month of October. We are still, for our EOCs and our math, we are still waiting for these itemized mentioned data. But that's what's really helpful to us. Then we can really see for standard how we're doing. And that's going to help us figure out, are there areas that we're not doing well in, but they're highly tested? Well, that's the gold right there that we want to really focus on and make sure that our curriculum has. But also looking through that, are we just heavily teaching certain areas and doing very well, but there's other areas that we've got to figure out how to keep up. So we're going to spend
Hopefully
some
we
time.
get that in time for
That's our
the 6th.
goal, but
If we don't, we're gonna have to push
I
it.
checked it again last week and it still hasn't been released.
Yeah,
So
so
we may have to push it off, but our goal is to do that. That's typically the time that
October.
I've done it in my past, so.
Last, that was only.
Oh, you guys, but we don't think we're gonna get the benchmark data. That's what we're saying, we're not getting it.
I mean, they had it next year. See, how about something? We pushed up.
Did we, okay. May end up doing that, we'll see, because we wanna take it through our staff too.
Yeah,
And spend that
yeah.
time with them to
It
understand
might
the
be
data.
November 3rd before we get to do it with our staff.
So it's on the horizon. Refunds.
Far enough.
I love that stuff, so I enjoy it. You know, we look forward to seeing what ways we're doing well with these little things that we can tweak to make things better for our staff and our kids. Refunds, we're utilizing some of that money to enhance our computer lab down in the ag building so that our kids can just be exposed to more high-tech materials. And then, of course, we'll use the rest of it, or a good chunk of the rest of it on the Chromebook fleet. Miss Smith and Mr. Moyers, they're just working daily with students, underlining their plans with their programs with their current goals. They're just doing a great job. I'm hearing that they're just great things about how well both of them are doing. The kids are getting in there. They're just
I've heard,
We got good
I've
stuff.
heard a lot of great things.
good. It's so nice to know, because they have got to launch
From
well.
parents, and I've heard a lot from students.
Yes, they're really they're enjoying it. You know, they're a part of the
I
planning
think
for
they're
their.
appreciating the help, and it's not so scary.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, take the fear out of it and get them to where they feel like they're in the right path.
Right now, it seems like that's a great addition.
Well, and you know, people make the difference, and that fella is a good guy. He knows his stuff. He's in there driving to just do the thing.
Couple of students said they talked to him one day, the next day, he met him in the hallway with a bunch of people.
He's come and talked to me several times. I think we can do this. I want to like this. He had the ACT or this, that. And he's just, his wheels are just going all the time. How can we do better for our kids? How can we get them where they need to be?
Super approachable,
Yeah.
very easy
Well,
to
the kids
communicate.
like it. He's very likable guy.
It's the gentle soul. It's the
It's
gray. It's just a gentle soul.
It's not making balls.
We'll see if we can schedule some time.
Schedule time for some office.
You can
Uh,
find her career.
Sure. Just a very smooth process. We had several that pre-registered. Their tags were ready when they walked in. Were able to go. It was just really nice. It was a very calm environment. It's exactly what we wanted to hear. It's a great opportunity for people to come in and just feel the atmosphere. They were just such a
We had some high school kids be a buddy to their sibling in my building, so we let them, it's like, hey, it's breakfast with buddies. If you're their buddy, come on in,
That's over the high school PE kids. They're supposed to be. They just hop in there and help clean up this thing real quick and get this. I mean, it's just such a fun feeling to see everybody just jumping in.
And Josh did a lot to
Josh
help set
did
that up.
so much.
Because we're always.
He just
Yeah.
very calmly gets everything done. And it just rolls smooth. I mean,
And I was panicking about 3:30, right when I was, and here he walks in, I'm like.
yeah, you on the phone.
Yeah, I was like, Josh, I'm like, no, he's here.
then I just wanted to mention, Tabitha Shoeshake has been doing, the staff wellness, and so she had a water drinking challenge this month.
I'm glad you cleared.
Thank you for pointing that out.
There may be more people that need to talk to me from over here. All the way around on this career thing.
And so, and then OSBA has the steps challenge, so we've got a local one, and then OSBA, our insurance company. Well, participate in that, because I get to hear every day about how many steps Miss Jackson has. And how does she get that many steps? I don't know how we're ever gonna beat Miss Jackson. So, there's some people really
Never
participating.
stands.
You ever watched her in the classroom? She does not stand still.
But she walks in the door in the morning, and they're like, how did she have 15,000 steps? We just got here. I don't know, guys.
It's because she gets up at 3:30 in
I
the
bet she
morning.
does. I bet she does. And then Miss McClanahan, she's just, I think we've been really trying to figure out ways that we can partner with departments in education through Fort Leonard Wood. Gives us a great opportunity to have soldiers come in and just do.
Oh, she just took that by the horn.
And she really has. We've talked a lot about it. We've gone as administrators, how can we bring them in? But you get so busy. Your counselors, though, are thinking all the time about how can we get them involved. And so she's really got some things going on for Red Ribbon Week and so forth. She's also got them coming 2 Fridays a month now to just be in the classroom and reading to kids and doing different activities. So I think that'll be something, it's an opportunity that we can tap into. So that is awesome. I'll stop talking since I'm pretty much.
Questions? Ms. King? Is that for the drinking part? Water drinking.
I'm walking like that.
Okay, happy teacher.
We'll move on. to our action items. First on the action items is 114 policies that were sent to us for adoption.
Hey.
Now, what that mean?
No, I did when I was reading them all.
What did we expect?
Oh, well, it's that big omnibus bill, that when they passed it, then it just changed all these things. And then, of course, we were told we weren't gonna get a cell phone policy, so all the buildings, the districts wrote their own, and then they sent us one. So it was just a lot. You can tell they were a little exhausted with it too. Did you notice? Well, you mentioned that, and I thought, I need to put that in for you all.
I'll learn more. But
Yeah.
Oh, what, how they explain it.
I can tell you what size. None of them were
That's all, yeah, because the policy's not.
Remember, most of those are just subtle changes. When you look through the list, if it's got the red line, it means there's been some subtle little change, and there's about 5 of them that are just brand new policies. I think one of those brand new ones was up to us whether or not, MC made no stance on whether or not you accept it. That was one of the chaplain. And then I called our lawyer about the cell phone policy because we already had one in place. Talked to another district about what they did. Our lawyer said, the whole point was that you have a policy. I had sent ours to him. He was good with it. He said, if I was you, I would not adopt that. Keep what you're doing. You've already told your kids how you're doing it. Your families know. It's on your website. And then we can take a look maybe this summer in between years and look at the language that they put in, look at our discipline, see how we can bring them together. And then we can adopt that in the fall and put that into our big group. So we thought that would be probably, that's how he recommended we go forward. It was chaplain and the cell phone. 2526 or 2656. 160. Did you do it on the read along? Did you write it here?
Should have done this. Should have
you turn it. Yep. what you're going. We have several policies, as you heard, the one that they had, cell phone. So that is 2656 policy, 2656. And I know they put that in there. We had to have a policy. Usually YMCA now puts it out, but it's cause confusion. Especially I agree with the attorneys who pull out one policy since we already have that policy in place. If we like the one that they have written better.
As long as ours meets the standards.
But ours meets, we already have justified to it. And actually, the attorney, our attorney even approved our policies. Okay. And also, 4160. The use of channel. Voluntary. They're just telling you that individual would have to be. Usually what happens there is you have a incident. Student. Clergy, yeah, and that's what they're talking about. But that person becomes a voluntary time, they still need that. Okay, so I'm good either way on that one. Keeping it in there because it's in there, or pulling it out the way they, whichever way one wants to go. I'm good with keeping it. The one that I do want to pull is 2656.
Cell phone.
The rest are just terminology changes for the most part.
Yeah, specifies a different word here, different word there,
Update,
verbiage on that.
update because of technology or whatever, person.
On that one, the calendar date, for those schools that are not a 4-day week that are trying to get to 169, one of their issues is they planned to 169 and due to snow days and all of these things, they didn't end up going those days. Well, then they were withholding the additional state aid they said they would give. That's very frustrating to those school districts that planned it. So this policy adjusts for them. If you plan the calendar, you get the aid. So that way they don't have to try to go on a snowy day when they shouldn't be in session. So that didn't really pertain to us, but it pertains to them, and it's still there, and it's still, if we were to have a 169, now you have that.
Going back to
If we went back to a 5-day week, then you would have the policy in place. Yeah.
Some of it, like, affect us, that it's something to have on the books down the road.
yards and stuff, their own numbers, policy, yeah, thank you. That was all.
That'd be my motion.
Okay, motion to adopt the new policies, except for the cell phone policies, we already have one, and also the new regulations. that are listed. About 15 policies. Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Get that. Mr. Shields, second, Mr. Thompson. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please raise your hand. Motion carries 7-0. Roof bids. See, we had 3 different individuals, companies bid on the same areas of the roof, did it all a little different. So let's go to Bart, comes to there.
The rubric I mentioned, I just added something this afternoon. Okay, so there's 2 different bids from them for the annex, and a little note from him. that I put two little documents in that one. And I'm thinking now, I may not have said it, but no, did I say, okay,
They're added, I don't think.
I added it, but I think I did not get that note sent. I'm pretty sure it's a draft on my computer right now. No, I mean, I meant to send you an email to let you know they were there so you can look at them before the meeting, and I'm pretty sure I didn't hit send on that, just.
I like to take off, start over. Staying here at the same time. Let's do it next. Great.
Each of these people are available by phone, if you need to call anybody, just so you're aware.
I think that's it. And danger because it's not leaky, but if there's enough water up there, it's not spongy. And when it does, it's gonna be a real problem. Yeah. So, on trim codes, that's 49,619. Is that a complete tear off?
Clean tear off. That's fine.
So that one would be, just for what they're. That one, Z is the same as for scope wise, it's gonna tear off, and that one, Z is gonna tear off also.
This bit, this.
It was, it's just gonna tear it back. Take
Oh, it's just right.
It's such a name. Such a name
Here,
here.
and he's got a second bid in here. Sorry.
No, we weren't gonna do the joints either.
All right. We asked.
Pretty certain.
That's the new one, that's the newest one you had. 58.
Let's tear it all the way down.
It's,
It's here. It's,
there's annex, no.
That's it.
that's it.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay.
I tried to designate so you know which one. So that's the annex bill number opposed to the annex.
58.
58. Yeah. That's-
Get to it. There's just so many pages of my picture.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. It looks like Trumco had the 20-year labor period. Awesome project.
He has a 10-year labor.
I think I'm ready to go.
It's gonna have to, if I don't talk to them quite a bit more. You all have been working with Trumco. I have experience.
Then we're gonna have more money out.
Pay more than 3 times. My opinion.
I think we all kind of think.
Yes, it's kind of great. As little as possible.
Me too. Do so.
That's a big motion.
Motion, Mr. Brookshire, to accept the Thank you, Mr. Thompson. Any further discussion? Motion carries. 7-0. On the other sections of the, in your packet, there's a picture that kind of, picture
One through six.
goes through all the numbers of 1 through 6 of the work that all the other ones are talking about. Now, Tremco does not seal the whole section, they just fix
It's never
the spots by the strike.
repair, they call it, it's repairs.
Midwest was coating all of that after they got all that. She's still coating that. So there's your difference. Cost is because the coating edge, on top of all of that. To get it to I do. My suggestion is to, it's not properly coated now. That's why we have the issue that we do, is because it's not. It's on it. Anyway, hold on to it. So, but well, for the coating, Midwest is 60 grand, and C's is 41. If I read correctly, C's, they fixed all the spots on those same spots that Kimberly pointed out before they coated.
The term code is not the price counting it.
They didn't do that. I assume, but I guess I didn't. I don't know that answer. I just made the assumption they didn't because they didn't pay it.
What did we ask? To get the price of this.
I thought we asked them all the same thing. Pretty sure.
Yeah, that way, but it's going
$8,000.
That's my,
But
I'd be curious what their price was.
now, the product that C uses. It's a product that they're confident. Just because I've used it before. That's just my personal use of that product. So I'm sold on that product. I'm gonna tell you where I want to go with that, just because I know what the product can put on for, I think it does. So when I tell you it's gonna last 15 years, it does.
Species are. Species are.
I don't know.
That's what I. It's just
For 60 grand. I just don't think that's, I just don't think that's what they want. I know what they want, they don't.
What's the permanent sin? You're familiar with?
It's a spray on. It's a spray on. That quick call. It's baby stuff. prior experience. That's- And not with discount. But I think, yes.
We need to see if that's something that Frank told you. Understand it correctly. See if they might modify. They're standing by and we can call them and they can tell us yes or no, they can do it. That makes sense.
Yes.
Tells us whether or not.
You need to go.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Yep, I got it.
I don't want to push.
He's came down and done good work.
He did a little work for us. In the middle section.
What I like is the fact that he tells you he's gonna do this.
That's always a good thing.
That's
What a concept.
Good concept. In these days of the construction age, it is.
I just like
I'm telling you, it's any service that you have to pay for. It's electrical, plumbing.
Teach. It's a good thing, my friend. It's free.
concrete.
Good accent.
The X is right.
First done, while we're waiting for phone call to this case, is there anything you want to highlight in the report that's rebated? Also, that's great. It's so good, Mr. Dunn. We did not even-
Those meetings going a lot faster.
It went a lot quicker because you didn't say.
Well,
Yeah,
We missed our.
but is there anything you want to point out exactly?
Well, there's something I had put in there. So I had a conversation with Mr. Moyers on Tuesday. Just, hey, is there anything you'd like me to share with the board, an update on the rooted stuff? And so as of Tuesday, he had met with every senior before individually, and those were the ones that go from WCC to Flex and just start catching. So he's reaching out to them to try to grant them to have those meetings. And all the ones he's met with have already got some individual plans in place. And so that's already a lot of progress. Here we are a month into the school year, you know, meeting with those kids and put some things in place.
We were talking about him earlier, his position.
And the kids seek him out too. You know, it's been a good thing.
Seems as such, I think we've been very lucky. However, that came about.
Is the-
Sometimes I know it's more than just simple things, so I'm just saying, we're very lucky for however that came about. It's very appreciated.
100. Is that correct? Has there been a few more since?
I checked out, that was as of last week when I did that report.
Yeah, mine was the 18th. I told him I wasn't sure.
You know, what was in that dust and sales started the year, we had records requested in the body. We have had some, we had three or four start in the last week or so, so I can't recall everything.
Didn't answer. I'll have to message that. See if I can check. I figured he's gonna call.
So it probably has gone up just a tick. I know we had two start this week, but I know we had
I think it's, way too much longer. Then we're gonna run out of time to get any kind of.
Addition.
I don't know if like Z's can do, if they have the schedule. or something. Yes. So he's gonna, so we're wait till the end of October. So. Yeah, but you did it. I don't. Someone else. I'll make a motion. For these grouping for 1 through 6.
Motion, Mr. Birdsong, to accept bid from Z's Roofing Installations for jobs 1 through 6 for $41,500. Second? Second, Mr. Brookshire. Further discussion? Seeing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor, please raise your hand. Raise your hand. Motion carries. I didn't look up, look up close. Motion carries 7-0. All right, next up, if you look, we have one meeting, I think it's the 16th, is that right?
That is the
The third Thursday is the 16th of October. Everybody okay with that date, so we get back on to our normal time?
Okay. Yeah. Pushes it for
Your credit card bill will be
That guy.
closed, not if you're even able to get there early. That's the one that gets your bill with the credit card.
What day are you?
16th.
Make sure there's no game, Tony.
It is the Frisco League Junior High Tournament, and they're not playing on Thursday night. Correct, John.
Softball districts. That's still right. It's just that. Second Thursday.
Well,
Safe last Thursday.
last Thursday was a beautiful day to meet. Not a thing going on. Sure, why we moved it?
I can zoom in. John, try to zoom in. Oh. Look.
Each do it.
Motion to go into executive.
Motion to do so?
Yep.
Motion, Mr. Birdsong, second, Mr. Thompson. We do roll call, Mr. Thompson, Wells. Yes, your name is Mr. Lewis.
Yes.
Went on with
That didn't take long, good, James.
Get that home to you.